Hey guys, how's it going? We are outdoors today doing some herping, my first experience. No luck so far. We're kind of doing it midway through this clip here, but I'm with my friend Shannon.
Hi.
She has a lot more herping experience than I do, so she's showing me around, giving me a couple tips here and there. So I'll let her introduce herself real quick, and she could talk to you guys about what she's doing. She's doing a lot of really cool things. So
Cool. Thank you. So yeah, I'm Shannon. I've been herping for probably close to 4 years now, and herping is the act of looking for reptiles and amphibians. And there's a couple of different ways to do this. So we talked about cruising, which is actually you drive slow on a paved or dirt road and you just look for snakes in the road. And the reason they go to that road is because it'll soak up a lot of heat during the day. And at night it actually retains that heat. So once it gets up to the 80s consistently here, cruising at night will be pretty productive. Another thing we do is flipping, which is flipping rocks or artificial cover or boards and tin that you lay out actually to like trap snakes. I just moved here to the mountains in December. I'm from Virginia Beach, so I don't have a lot of spots set up for flipping, but I do have a couple boards that we're going to lay out today. And try to get something probably in a few months. It'll probably be September before it gets really good.
So one of the questions I had for Shannon that I haven't asked yet that was on my mind is bearded dragons. You know, they I think this is an example of this. They don't really feel heat on their stomach, which is a big reason not a lot of heating pads should go under the surface. They usually say put it on the side of the tanks. So is that common for maybe some of the species around here, or do they do well sort of I guess getting the heat from the roads?
So I think there's a couple different factors that go into snakes laying on the road. One of them being during the day, they're very open, they're very exposed, and snakes like to be hidden because they're vulnerable to overhead predators such as hawks and owls. So when they're crossing a road during the day, they're likely getting from A to B, but they have to do so really slowly to avoid detection. As far as the heat on the belly, like yes, that is a thing in reptile husbandry. You have to be careful not to burn them because they don't have heat sensors on their belly. I think at night the temperature is dropped enough for it to be safe for them just to lay, to get that heat. It also attracts amphibians to the road as well, which can be a huge prey source for a lot of snakes.
Yeah, makes
so
sense.
that's a reason why that they go out onto the road.
Yeah, guys, I don't have a lot of snake experience, so I'm going to ask really novice questions, but...
No, it's not a novice question. You're good.
But yeah, so we'll show you. We found a couple cool things. It wasn't all at a loss so far, no snakes, but hopefully maybe we could do this a couple times more this summer. It's definitely fun. I definitely need to lose weight, so it's good to kind of get outside.
I need to find some spots around here. I don't like asking people for spots. You know, a lot of people like, just give me a timber den, and I think that's cheating. You know, I like to kind of use my instincts and find my own spots and do my own work as far as that goes. So it might be a second, but I'm narrowing down some areas I think are really cool and will be promising.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good, guys. So fingers crossed. Like I said, we'll show you some of the stuff we found, and then you're going to show off your collection, right?
Yeah. So I work at Terror Manor, which is a haunted house in downtown Roanoke, Virginia, and we have constructed a reptile room with a wall. I think that we have space for 24 snakes, 24 tanks.
How many do you have currently?
I believe we are at 16. I believe. I'm not sure. There's a lot in there right now, but I'm definitely excited to show that off and kind of show you what I have in my private collection.
Okay.
No native species yet. I'm having trouble trying to find some captive bred native species, and I don't collect, so.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good, guys. So let's get to it. That was a pretty dodgy butterfly, but
yeah.
All right, let's go, guys.
Their heads actually get really red this season, or this time of year, because it's mating season. This is probably a male.
So the red head indicates that, or?
It's like
So what would a female kind of look like? Duller? Or?
Yeah, they're more brown and they're a lot larger.
That's really cool.
And there might be a female somewhere around here. You see all these ants?
Yeah.
They're the worst. So yeah, this is called peeling. My bug friend, the beetle. There's another little centipede.
Yeah, I really like the coloring on that. Like they have those little
Is that a
dots.
millipede or a centipede?
I'm not
It's
sure.
a
I'm not
millipede.
good with bugs.
There's another one. Alright, so I don't know if you can see right here. I'm
Yeah.
actually pulling out the pistil
Oh, cool.
through like the ovary. And when I do, see that little drop?
Yeah, I see it. That's cool. I didn't know that.
It's delicious. These are called cherry millipedes.
Okay.
Yeah, he hasn't mussed yet. Sorry. This is super weird, but when they get scared, and this one clearly isn't, they produce a smell that smells just like maraschino cherries that you get in your drink. But this one did not do it at all.
That's interesting.
You want to hold it? They feel really weird.
Sure. Yeah, it does feel weird.
But it feels good.
Yeah, I know. Wow, that was an interesting bird sound. Oh, got it. The colors are just like so
They're
nice.
beautiful.
Even their underside is like really nice yellow hue.
I have no idea if they're actually like dangerous at all, or if they're just trying to look like it. But yeah, we can put him back. 2 males and a female.
Oh, I see.
So this could be a really cool observation.
I don't want to ruin this. I only see. Oh wow.
These are zoom. So what's happening here are the 2 males, the smaller ones with the blue tail, are propositioning this female.
So the blue tails are the male.
Yes, these are 5-line skinks.
So, are females bigger than the males in general? Because they look so here.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool.
So I am setting up some artificial cover with these plywood boards that I got from my job at Lowe's. And what this does is it'll kill kind of the vegetation that lays underneath. Rodents which live in this field are going to make their homes underneath, and it'll attract snakes. Now if a snake like runs across one of these, they're going to slip under it because snakes love like tight spaces like that. So a really easy way to find snakes, even in your own yard, is to put out a board or a piece of tin. Sometimes I use car hoods or truck bed liners, something that'll soak up a lot of heat. And depending on the time of day, you can target what kind of cover you want to flip. So like tin is really good in the morning because it's heating up. Not great at night because it's so cold. So yeah, we're gonna make a little line here on the wood line. I find that herping the edge of 2 habitats, you have a lot better chance of finding something.
So like here, the wood in the
and a field. So like milk snakes and rat snakes or something like that. So I am targeting milks and corns with these boards. Maybe, fingers crossed, mountain hog noses. I've not figured those out here. I know what they like back home at the beach, but I could see one popping up here. So let's we'll check back in a couple months and see what pops up.
So usual turnaround time, couple months?
Yeah, you
Okay.
gotta give it like 2 or 3 months undisturbed. We gotta hope and pray this field doesn't get mowed at any time and the boards get moved, because that happens a lot. But this is kind of technically a public place, I guess. So we'll see. But yeah, here. This is how we do it.
Do you want me to help or you want me to?
It's okay.
Alright.
Just honestly, that's all you do. And then
Lay it down.
I think it's good to like diversify, putting some in the sun, putting some like kind of tucked underneath stuff.
Yeah.
Herping for me is all trial and error. So, especially at where I live now, I'm trying. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this will work, but I hope it will.
Yeah, guys, I mean, to her it's probably not as fascinating, but like when she told me this, we were talking over Facebook, it kind of blew my mind that this was like a method. I just like never thought that this would work this way. So it's kind of really cool to me. But yeah, it makes sense.
Fingers crossed. We can let this one live here.
Yeah, it's really cool.
This is actually a great place. I'm gonna bring way more boards out here. I like this field.
Alright guys, so that concludes our video for today. Hopefully we can do more of these in the future.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, this was fun. Definitely some different content as well. So make sure you go ahead, you like, comment, subscribe. Check that lower right hand corner. Appreciate subscribing to the channel. Thanks Shannon for your time.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Herp Princess on Instagram.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
I'll put it down below.
Herp related information.
Alright guys,
Bye.
thank you.